So it's the weekend before Halloween, and this year I decided to make a second pneumatic prop out of the Fright Props ankle blaster kit that I ordered online. So let's do a quick unboxing and then I'll show you what the final product's going to look like for
So I
Halloween
got
night.
my box from frightprops.com with my air blast kit. And let's see what we got here. Here's my catalog. And I usually use everything on their website. I like the way they have it laid out. So here's a little controller. This little thing is going to actually control I'm going to have a trigger hooked up to it, and it's going to control the solenoid relay that will have the blast of air come out. Here's the actual step mat trigger. You put that under like a floor mat, and it has the wires here that connect up to the controller and power supply. This is the actual, this is the regulator. Ordered two regulators because I'm going to have two pneumatic props running this year. And probably going to need them at different pressures, so I ordered two of those. And this is probably going to be in my solenoid. So this is what's going to actually control the release of the air. This hooks up to the controller, and when someone triggers it, it'll open up this valve, which will send the blast of air out. Some 1/4-inch tubing, some pipe that's going to go into the solenoid for the air to come out of, and the rest of the fittings and a little mount so I can mount it to a box. And this little Y fitting here is what I'm going to use to split my air tube coming out of the air compressor. And the rest of these are if you want to hook it up to a tank. I'm going to try to do a tankless to see how my air compressor holds up. They even sent me a little Teflon tape for the pipe fittings. And that's it so far from the air blast kit from Fright Props. When I get it in to some kind of enclosure, I'll go ahead and make a video and show that as well. Okay, so here we have the ankle blaster kit all put together. I wanted to make it kind of look like a crate. So my theme for this prop is going to be we have a bunch of crated up spiders, and when somebody walks by and triggers the mat here, it's going to send a blast of air out here through this plastic. This is just a trash bag. I kind of shredded up to look like a little drape, so when the air puff comes out, you get a little bit of motion along with the sound. As you can see here from the unboxing, the components, I got the regulator here, and the kit came with all the pieces needed to hook this right up to the solenoid here. And one thing about the solenoid is the positive and negative cables are not color-coded, black or red, so I wasn't really sure which one to use. But luckily, Fright Props has some really good documentation, and it said with this type of solenoid it doesn't matter, so you could hook it up either way. And then we have the 1/2-inch pipe here, so we can set the pressure. This will dictate the amount of noise and how much air flows through every time the solenoid gets triggered. And down here we have the peekaboo
or Pico 1. It's a very small prop controller, very basic, no sound. All it does is have the trigger and the output, and you can program using these buttons what you want the action to be. So basically every time you want it to pop, you can record and tap the green button to release the air in the action that you want it to be. And once you save that recording, every time it's triggered with the pressure mat, then it's going to replay that sequence. So we got the air line going in here, and I have the fitting, the quick connect to hook either straight up to the air compressor here, like this, or I can hook it up to my hose for when I want it in the front yard, but for demonstration purposes, I'll hook it up right here. So I'll go ahead and kind of get it mocked up like we want it to be for Halloween night, and I'll give you a quick demo. Now I did have a little bit of concern when I was building this. Most of these ankle blaster kits use some type of tank right at the device, but I didn't really have room for that, and I couldn't camouflage it well where I'm going to put this prop, so I decided just to run the airline directly. Now I did end up buying a bigger 20-gallon air compressor. Before I had one of those little pancake air compressors that had a 6-gallon tank, and that thing would just be running constantly and not keep up. So I just bought a 20-gallon air compressor at Lowe's here recently, and I'm going to try running it tankless. In my test, it seems to have done just fine. It hasn't caused the air compressor to run excessively, but I know that was a little bit of a concern when I first built it, and this kit comes equipped with enough pipe and a T to hook it up to a tank, but I'm just going to run it without one this year. So I have the spider crate here with the ankle blaster kit mocked up in the crate. I added some of the scary fabric you can buy at Walmart over all the electronics and the solenoid, just to kind of camouflage it. And I'll probably put some of the fake spider webs over the outside the night of. And then I have a couple of my spiders, and I have the pressure mat running out here. I'm probably going to put it under some other kind of rug on my front walkway just to camouflage it, and then I'll use spider web or just the landscaping rocks that we have in the front to kind of hide the wire. But let's do a quick demo. So we can see we get a pretty good noise, blast of air, and some motion with those shredded garbage bags there in the front. And hopefully that works well to scare some people as they come up to the house on Halloween. With a little bit closer look down. And then I set the program that runs on the trigger, I set it with a long delay after the you step on it, because I don't want it to be going off constantly when people are coming off. I want it to have a little bit of a reset period so that the next people coming in don't actually hear the first the people in front of them get scared by it. So there's my second pneumatic prop for the year, the ankle blaster kit that I made into a spider crate for this Halloween. And on Halloween night I'll go ahead and make some videos and see how it works and what it looks like out there at night.